Y'all heard that R. Kelly news? Word on these internet streets is that somebody tried to poison him in prison. For anybody who been sleeping under a rock for however long, R. Kelly, one of the greatest singers ever, has been locked up for some nasty charges or whatever. The kind that we don't like talking about, actually mentioning whatnot on public or on screen or whatever, because YouTube got his own restrictions. Yeah, those of the schmexual orientation. Anyway, a week ago or so, I came on here and I talked about R. Kelly was saying that they was trying to kill him while he was in there. He said that, and not only not the inmates. Well, yes, an inmate, but it was being set up by the feds because R. Kelly was in the process of proving or trying to prove that he wasn't given a fair trial. Like his conviction was attained out of trickery. You know what I mean? So he was, and according to what he's saying, him and his team is saying, they've been, they were in the process of possibly exposing the system. That never goes well. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the system don't go down quietly. You know what I mean? This is why I be doing edits now. But anyway, there's always going to be some consequences and repercussions behind, you understand, that kind of activities. A lot of the dudes who be making them conspiracy theory documentaries, exposing this and that, and them dudes going, they be in hiding. You understand what I'm saying? You in jail trying to expose the system through your, you know, through the process of trying to get your freedom. You can't hide. So some some Aryan Brotherhood gang member was allegedly the one who was tasked to do the job. He was basically hasn't got much time to live, right? And so they offered to let him out so he could do his last days free with his family and all of that if he just get R. Kelly up out of here. And he took the deal, but he didn't carry out the mission. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? According to what the story is. He went and he instead told R. Kelly what the situation was. And R. Kelly blew the whistle. His team has been loud and proud about the situation ever since that happened. Well, now, I want to say less than a week later or sometime around a week later, R. Kelly has been rushed to the hospital. I believe that's what they said. I can't. Let me see. Is that alleged? Nah, he been to the hospital. They're saying behind the overdose, but not him overdosing. That's not what they saying. They saying that he was given a harmful dose of medicine, and of course they saying it was a setup. You know what I mean? So if that's what they're alleging, which only reason I'm saying if is because I don't have the verbiage, all the way right. I don't know I don't know the charges verbatim and all of that. But if that's what they saying, then that's crazy, and there should be proof of that. You know what I mean? And I ask y'all, if R. Kelly turns out to really be, his life is really in danger from the feds. Now, I mean, come on now. Like, anytime, anybody who go to prison, their life technically is in danger. I mean, like, it's a dangerous place. It's a dangerous situation. You go in certain neighborhoods, your life is in there. But y'all get the point. What I'm saying is, like that don't surprise me, as I stated in the vlog that I did on the matter before. The fact that it's the feds, trying to set him up to get him up out of here. Now that's different. That's, what I'm saying. You go in a, you go in prison for a situation like what he going in there, like what he's in there for. If you wasn't R. Kelly, because celebrity is an amazing thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll be surprised at things that they'll let, people will let slide because of the fact that you're a celebrity. But anyway, people who have R. Kelly's charges, or I don't know what his exact charges are, but those type of accusations looming over you, it don't go well for you in jail. That's normal. That's heard of. This other madness is just that wild business. And I don't know. What y'all think? Like I said, I mean, I'm always in a wait and see mode. I usually don't trip off the rip, but I just be like, we'll see what happens with a lot of things. That's my stance on it. But do y'all think it could be possibly a situation where R. Kelly did some Mission Impossible madness, you know what I'm saying, and hit himself with the overdose, in hopes that he would be saved and taken to the hospital and revived and resuscitated. And I don't know if he was I don't know what the situation, but I seen Mission Impossible. The part when the fake tooth, he act like this message will self-destruct ass nigga. That type of him take the poison himself, or him take the overdose on his own, and go to the hospital, go through the damn near losing your life as a last minute, a last effort Hail Mary, to make it look like your accusations, your allegations are true, meaning the allegations where he said that they was trying to get him up out of here, the feds and all of that, because none of that's been proven yet, as far as I know. Nah, this ain't no movie. Ain't nobody doing that. Y'all think somebody would do that? A last ditch, a desperate attempt to Doctor Strange, for all of the ways in the universe, there's just one way that might work. Speaking of Doctor Strange, hold on, I gotta show y'all something. I ain't found a spot for it on the wall yet, but check this out. Y'all see it? Oh, y'all can't see it. Let me help y'all out. See how it changed? See how it changed? I can't see what I'm seeing. Hold on. The light is. Y'all get the picture. I don't know if y'all can see Doctor Strange, but he in that picture. Yeah, but and that little Father's Day gift. I got more than socks this year. So what y'all think? Y'all think he could do something like that? That's a reach. I know, bruh. People have actually tried to clip themselves. So to try, I don't know. What y'all think? Welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, your landlord, owner, tenant, janitor, and mops the damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks or a Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do y'all. The Cash App tag gonna be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yak. All the mixtapes is there, from Nonviolent Rocco, which is the most recent one, all the way back to Shell Shock. So go get your binge on. When you leaving comments, aka writing on the walls in the nation, use your spell checks, not your autocorrects. Your autocorrects are how you writing helter skelter instead of helter skelter. It's an A and an H at the end of both of those words, not an E and an R. It's monster, not monster. Not monster. Monster. You know what I mean? It's an A at the end of that. No ER. And for the love of all things decent, it's BCC, not BBC. Pause, protesters. Get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all made it to the end of this video. Let me get 4 peace signs. Rock on, rock, go on.